Hello everyone, my name is Webweaver and welcome back to another thing of It's Look Who It Is. So a lot of spicy news today. Twitter fucking imploded. Um, Now, by the time you're watching this, the policy is probably going to be changed like 30 different times because Twitter can't have consistent policy decisions for longer than 10 minutes. And then, Elon will just reply to some random Twitter user who is definitely not homophobic. Why would you think that? Who's definitely not any bad things, and say, looking into it, working on it, thank you for the criticism, we'll change it immediately, sir. So currently, well, not currently, today, it started with the very funny, Eldritch, this isn't funny. It started with, it started with, I can't concentrate, god damn it. Playing Yashiro, but the best part about Yashiro has been taken away from you and you're left with only the disadvantages. Amazing. Fantastic. Incredible. Fuck my shit up, fam. Were we gonna do it? What if I just did? Like, nobody's stopping me. Nobody could stop me from pressing this button 80 times. Alright, whatever. So we've got your seconds, dexterity. The stats are the most important thing here. Dexterity and knowledge, and light source, so I know what we probably want to do. Unless it was random itemized statistics, in which case we're in hell, pain, agony, Pecco zone. But we can get a steak knife here, and we can get a heavy-duty flashlight here, so potentially we should be okay. To just kind of say, fuck it, we ball a little bit. Oh, the most useful item in the game? Thank you so much. But, what was I gonna say? I don't know anymore. Oh yeah, Twitter's imploding. So, today, it started with the website just being unstable. That's because Elon Musk is the most relatable man. He forgot to pay his bills with Google. So they're just kind of shutting down their services, which are very funny. But, so here's the thing. He forgot to pay his bills with Google, so like a lot of Twitter stuff is just unstable and shutting down because they're trying to get it off of Amazon Web Services and onto other things. But the most important part is that to do, I don't know, whatever, he limited it to where, based on your account status, you have a limit to how many tweets that you can view in one day. And so what that means is that it's the only social media app that I'm aware of that has like a gacha game stamina meter, where you have to like keep where if you're not paying, you have a certain amount of stamina that you can use to view tweets. So originally it was verified users, which means you're paying $8 a month. The subscription users get to view 6,000 tweets a day, and then the peasants can view 600 and 300 tweets respectively. 300 if you're a new account, 600 if you're just an average user like me. So that was really funny. Like that was really funny. But the thing that made it even better is that it didn't even really work properly, because I exceeded my rate limit after like 5 minutes of scrolling, and admittedly I was trying to do it on purpose because I found out about it and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta see this in action to test it, you know? I'm QA brained. I gotta make sure that it works properly. So I scrolled as fast as I could, and after about like 5 minutes of scrolling as fast as I could, which I honestly think it wasn't working properly to begin with, because when you see a tweet and you load that tweet, you have like, you're seeing all of those replies, and I think all of those replies count, but I don't actually know. And also, like, I don't know if reading the same tweet twice does it. I have no idea. I would assume it does, because that's how Twitter counts views. But the thing is, I could never get it to work properly. Like, I just couldn't get it to work no matter how hard I tried. And so, after about 5 minutes of just scrolling through definitely more than 600 tweets, it finally kicked in, and it kicked me off the website just by saying like, oh, there's been an error, you can't, like, rate limit exceeded, try again later. But the thing that was very funny is that A, you can still tweet, B, you can still view tweets through your notifications, and C, you can just refresh the page and it works again. So you could view your 300 tweets, and then, or 600 tweets, and then you could just refresh the page a few times, and then it would let you start scrolling again. And eventually it would crash and say like, hey, your rate limit's exceeded, try again later. But it was very, like, very messy, very silly. Very silly. Absolutely. Oh no, these are randomized item statistics, aren't they? Oh, that's bad. That's not good. I think we're gonna buy it anyways. And here's what we're actually gonna do, okay? We're gonna get cursed. We're gonna get a horrible curse that kills us. I mean, that's pretty bad. And then we're gonna go here, and then we're gonna sell this. And do we just pray to God that the steak knife is 3 funds or 2 funds instead of 4 funds, or do we actually make it work? Do we brute force it? Let's not brute force it for now. Let's see what we can get. I mean, the compass would kind of go hard, but I mean, we're going for the steak knife. That's definitely usable, and we're kind of set up for the whole run, I think. Oh, the school's doomed, you say. Incredible. Incredible, very, very good. But, of course, this got changed very quickly. And, of course, it was in the replies of a reply of a reply. It was a reply to a quote retweet. So, you know, you have to be following Elon to see this shit. You have to be manually looking for it if you're not. Very annoying. But, yeah, so it turns out that he increased the rate. So now it's like, what is it? Like 10K, 1K, half a K, like 500 tweets. I don't know. It's just kind of stupid, you know? Like, it's just very, like, I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's just dumb. Like, I'm sorry. It literally just is dumb. There's not really a way to get around it. It's just stupid. Now, you might be saying, oh, it's just a temporary thing, you know? It's not necessarily Elon's fault. Data scraping is apparently pretty real. But the thing is, it's like, this is the first time I think I've ever heard about something like this, right? So if it's a problem that social media websites face, why is it just Twitter? You know, like, it doesn't pass the smell test. It's like, I haven't heard about Facebook fucking imploding. I haven't, wow, we succeeded that? That sucks. I haven't heard of, like, Facebook or the forest is doomed. Okay, hold on. We gotta get the police in there. Gotta get the police in the forest. But, like, I haven't heard of this happening to any other social media website. So it's like, why is it just why is it that every time Twitter does something bad, people are like, oh, there's a justification for it? But it's like, no other social media website has this problem. You know what I mean? It's just a little bit weird. Like, like, certainly these things are real problems, and I accept that, as, like, data scraping is probably a real thing that websites have to worry about. But why is it specifically this one that only has the negative consequence for the users, you know? I just think it's kind of interesting. Also, we're just fucking dead. Like, it's over. Like, this is, like, the worst mystery one you could have ever asked for. And we have insomnia. It truly is over. It's never been more over than it is right now. But, yeah, no, it's just weird. And who knows what it's going to be tomorrow. Like, I think he increased the... And here's the thing. What's kind of funny is people were saying that he got it wrong in his own tweet. And I could definitely see this as, like, a rate limit is temporary, right? Like, it's not like a static thing. Like, I can't confirm or deny this. I'm not a technical person. But, like, somebody was saying, like, the rate limit thing is a temporary thing to, like, free up bandwidth, right? And so the fact that he implemented this, he doesn't really know what he's talking about, so that's why you can still use Twitter after hitting your rate limit exceeding. It's because it's a temporary thing that gradually cools down. It's not like something that does like a hard reset every day. Now, that person could be lying. I'm not technically knowledgeable enough to know. So you take that with every grain of salt you could want. But another thing, and this was a real thing that people were talking about and people were explaining, is that when they implemented this rate limit thing, it prevented you from seeing the tweets, but it did some weird thing where it was essentially DDoSing the website. So everybody who hit the rate limit started DDoSing the website automatically because they didn't design it properly. And now that's a technical explanation that I can't give, but there were enough people saying that who are like bigger, more techie accounts that I kind of like, I'm willing to put more, like, you know, I'm willing to carry a little bit less salt. I'm willing to pinch a little bit less salt in those circumstances. But I think we're just dead, right? Like, this is colossally bad. Like, we lost basically 10 health. Well, we lost more than 10 health on our first mystery. That's like, we've only got 33 health. Losing, that's not acceptable. We gotta get extremely lucky on the other mysteries. And we're on a timer. Plants attack the gardener. Can you believe it? I mean, that's a pretty good one. And we need to buff our dexterity to 8 and our knowledge to 8. That's very important. Like, if we don't get our things up to the lighthouse threshold, like, that's a nail in the coffin. Now, fast swimmer makes me very happy, but it doesn't make me think, like, we're gonna be, you know, very, like, it doesn't make me feel like we're gonna have a good time regardless, because even if our combat is easy, I'm not really worried about the combat, I'm worried about the bleed, right? The bleed is what I'm worried about. I think we still, like, get a grip here, just because it's 2 instead of 3, but, like, that's still very bad, you know? Like, I don't know if we fight the boss. Now, we could have gotten a flashlight here. I think we still will. Oh, that's bad. Yeah, no, it's over. It's never been more over than it has been right now. The ritual mask as mitigation is way, way too important. It's just that we're never going to use the chainsaw. Because we spent so much time and resources. Do we fight the boss here? He's a stamina Andy. And he's human too, right? We've got fast swimmer. We should be able to. I'm gonna try it. We've got we can throw one of the 2 flashlights that we have. Oh no, wait, how do you fight the guy? I mean, now it's actually just over. Like, that's true. You can't run from this encounter. I thought we were gonna be fighting the boy himself. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. You do have to admit that's pretty good. Now we need to hit both of these. You miss one and you're gonna cry. And you're still blocking, actually. But now you can take him down to 13, probably 80. Ritual mask coming in hugely clutch. Incredibly based. Now, how do we wrap this up in a way that is good for everybody? You can't really do that. You think you can handcuff the painting? Its arms are sticking out. I mean, that's still horrible. Like, I think you gotta do that, because taking 2 reason is also like a game over, you lose. Oh my god. Taking any amount of reason. I mean, I think we're just dead in general, but... because we're guaranteed to take 6 more sanity. What do you think's more likely? We beat 3 mysteries without taking any sanity damage, or... Oh, it's over. I mean, honestly, we could just do Akamanto now. I love minus 5% stamina guaranteed. That's fantastic. I just, you know, we're having a bunch of Yashiro games back to back. Somebody joked about wanting a Yashiro arc. It's over. It's over. The threat level is dangerous. No, insomnia. Oh no, it's fine. We just won't take another piece of sanity damage for the entire game. It's totally cool. Ah, yes, panic. It's very important. Oh, +2 stamina, my beloved. Okay, it's over. It's look who it is. If you get, I've said it before, I'll say it again. If you get insomnia or holes, you basically lose. Oh yeah, we have masochistic. That'll clutch. That'll clutch. True, 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 true. Everybody knows you can't handcuff a zombie. Now, how far do we keep going? I don't know. I don't really want to do another run. I'm so demoralized. Like, can you imagine? Like, just put yourself in my shoes for like 3 seconds. Oh my god. Getting Yashiro run after Yashiro run, they're all bad. Every single Yashiro run has been bad. An uphill battle. And you're just like, oh yeah, no, it'll be fine. 3 to all, what the hell? I mean, we're gonna need a miracle. And by a miracle, I mean it's literally impossible. Isn't it fucked up? We have good faith right now, but it literally doesn't do anything. Like, we actually have a good amount of faith that would give us good healing, but it's like, oh no, who cares? Rip Bozo. Oh yeah, we just need to beat Akamanto in less than 1 turn. We'll dab on him with the 60% chances. Uh-oh. I don't think we're gonna win this one, guys. Guys, I have some bad news. Oh. What if we just all-out attack? Yeah, true, true. What if we just all-out attack? We just send him to hell? Absolutely. Oh. Okay, here's the thing. Nobody's gonna blame me for this one, alright? Oh, yeah, that doesn't actually kill you, because there we go. Now we're done. I think I'm good. I think that's gonna be the episode. Of just, like, his smile and optimism gone. Twitter is fucking dead. We're witnessing the death of a social media platform. Yeah, like, within our eyes. Like, we can use our eyeballs to see it all tumbling down in front of us, and it's like, huh, what are we gonna do now? Absolutely fucking nothing, apparently. I don't know, some people are saying Tumblr's good, but, like, I don't know, I've never really used Tumblr. The UI seems confusing. Then there's that new one that's being run by the previous head of Twitter, Blue Sky or whatever. And that one looks promising, but it also has a racism slider in the options menu, which is, you know, not great. Like, I can understand, like, hey, you should probably be allowed to discuss the existence of racism, is, you know, totally right, but it's just really weird that we live in a universe where there's a social media platform where you can go into the options menu and you can decide how much racism you want to see. Like, that's just a little bit weird. I feel like humanity went wrong at some point. Like, I feel like that existing as, like, a slider that you can, like, slide back and forth. Like, I don't want to see any racism, maybe a little bit of racism. Warn me before I see the racism, but still show it if I click it. And then, like, all the racism. I just think that... it's a little bit weird. I'm not even making, like, a prescriptive statement or anything about, like, you know, freedom of speech or whatever. I just think it's weird. But yeah, so, like, Blue Sky, also you need to get invited to that one, don't you? You can't just make an account, you have to, like, refer people, and then you get an invite link, and then you can invite other people there. I don't really... It's like an exclusive club, you know? And there's, like, the decentral ones that are, like, Mastodon or whatever. It's like, hey, it's like how, like, those very few competitors to YouTube exist, where it's, like, peer-to-peer. Which, admittedly, peer-to-peer internet's kind of based, but, like, you know... I don't really know if I want that for my Twitter experience. Maybe Tumblr's the way to go, who knows? But, I mean, like, literally, we are witnessing the death of of probably, like, the second, third largest, I don't know, is Instagram and Facebook different things? You're probably witnessing, like, the death of, like, one of the largest... I guess TikTok's probably bigger than all of them, right? I actually don't know. I'm not very knowledgeable about, like, social media analytics or metrics and user data. But, like, you know, one of the biggest, I think that's fair to say, social media websites is fucking dying before our eyes. And it's like, yeah, that's pretty... That's actually kind of crazy. Like, that's actually a little bit worrying. That, like, we're going to experience the fall of such a massive company. And something that was important for a lot of people's day-to-day was how a lot of people made their livings, their incomes, It's crazy. It's crazy. Stay safe out there. Have a good one. Bye.